off the metronome again. That's cool. All right, let's go ahead and start this episode.
Wait, wasn't that 2 episodes ago though? This is gonna come out like 6 weeks after. Like, they're not gonna catch on that we just recorded 3 in a row. That's how we've been doing.
They all blur together to me, so it's okay.
Okay, good. Literally, this is gonna come out weeks later. We didn't even get into the cool stuff about like the psychic people of the past. Like I wanted to talk about Neville Goddard. I wanted to talk about Edgar Cayce. Levi H. Dowling in the Aquarian Gospel of Jesus Christ. Like, there's some cool stuff.
Dude,
like,
let's do it.
Stuff.
Dude, let's do that now.
So Jacob has been getting me on Neville Goddard, which is this, like, mystic. I can't remember when he was around, like, the 30s or 40s. And, dude, he literally... Jacob
Page?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We've talked about him before. He's our friend, Jacob.
Yeah, Jacob. We talked about him in episode 0, and we saw all the stuff at his house.
Yeah.
And he's been getting me into this Neville Goddard stuff, which is all... This real guy in history who... He talked about imagination.
Goddard is the name of Jimmy Neutron's dog, by the way.
Yeah. But like, there's no relation there. I think Goddard was also the last name of like a famous rocket scientist or something.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like, yeah, some engineer
that makes
or something.
Way more sense.
Totally different. But, anyway, so Neville Goddard is this mystic who talks about like imagination is the key to manifestation, and like the story of Jesus is a metaphor about us basically being like a fractal piece of the Godhood. But this isn't like the 1930s or 40s. So
okay, I was just about to ask.
He explains it in contextually relevant terms.
Yeah.
Here's my theory of history, like human history. I think that there is one truth, and that truth is, our spirit, our mind is eternal, right? Yeah. And there have been intensely psychic people. My dad is one of them, Neville Goddard, Edgar Cayce, Levi H. Dowling, Zoroaster. There's been these people throughout time who have had these profound revelations, and they've like changed the collective consciousness with their visions.
Yeah. Like
that's really what's going on. And these groups who understand that the majority of the world have this like herd mentality,
right? They
manipulate that. And they make people like worship these icons. But really the truth is like you shouldn't worship anything or anybody. You should never worship. Never. That's the truth. Because you are like a part of that divine force. You're a small piece of it. We were talking about magic in the last episode, but I love talking about magic, dude. And, if you think about it, imagination is magic, man. You're using your third eye to envision another reality.
Something that in most cases doesn't exist, hasn't happened yet,
Yeah, but here's some really, really deep history stuff. Back in like the early 1900s, the Rockefellers, which is one of those like
super rich families,
like families or whatever. Which I mean, come on, like, bro, we know that.
Everybody knows the Rockefellers.
Yeah, everybody knows the Rockefellers.
Bilderbergers.
Shady bunch of oily mother. Get it? Because they were the oil family. Get it?
I thought you were making a comment about their personal hygiene.
No,
like they're oily.
yeah, they're dirty, oily. Anyway, the Rockefellers, they like created the public school system, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like look it up. Like at the time, they injected like $180 million of cash into this like concerted effort to create a standardized education system in America. This was like the early 1900s.
Whoa.
Dude, literally what we thought we knew about education was this like just programmed curriculum to not encourage us to ever use our imagination or critical thinking. It was all like, all right, learn this.
Just memorize this
memorize
stuff.
And regurgitate data. Yeah, like don't question. Don't like question history. Don't like question science. Don't question anything.
It's just
memorize it.
Yeah.
And then spit it out on Friday and pass your quiz, and then like you're a good student.
It's just to integrate us into capitalism.
To make us workers.
Literally just to turn us into a cog in the machine. Yeah.
Dumb workers. But dude, if you think about it, if we all think of the visionaries like George Lucas, me and you.
Hey.
Walt
in the
Disney.
Same sentence.
Walt Disney.
Kanye West.
Kanye West. Yo, John Mayer said what Kanye West is doing is like magic. Like the way he makes his music. It's just your imagination. We talked about this in the previous episode.
Well, wait, real quick. I also think John Mayer is one of those people.
Yep. That's why he said that.
Well, listen to this.
He gets it.
The first song on his like first major album, Room for Squares, the first song is called No Such Thing. And the lyric is, I just found out there's no such thing as the real world. And it's literally about how he manifested fame and how he doesn't have to be a cog in the machine anymore. And he wants to run around.
Do you remember what I talked about?
And
squares?
he says he wants to run around his high school and tell everybody, like, this is fake. This is all fake. You don't have to do this. Like, you can be outside of this real world. This is fake. Like, this is not real.
You realize
dude,
his new album is memes, right?
Yeah.
Meme magic.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. He's a visionary. He is dude. He made that album Room for Squares when he was like 20 years old. Can you imagine doing something that profound at 20 years old?
It's crazy, dude.
It's so mind blowing. Yeah, I've been actually.
I mean, what we're doing with our podcast, we're in our 20s, bro.
Yeah, but I mean,
like, it's just as good of a product.
We're 27.
Manifest that. Oh my God, I'll be 28 in like 2 weeks.
Well, look. There's always a period between June 15th and August 7th. Okay. My dad and brother are August 6th, so I always get it confused.
And they both are named Robert.
Yeah. There's a period of that like month and a half where we're the same age. So just let me have it.
All right, we're 27.
We're 27, okay?
Yeah, but see, I'm always thinking of the next age. I'm always thinking of, dude, I'm close to 30. In 2 years, I'll be 30. I'm almost 30, man. It's always this just round up. It's just, I don't know, man. It's like round numbers.
We got to do a cover of Turning 30 by Bo Burnham when we turn 30.
Yeah, but here's the thing. In 2 years from now, our podcast will be so big, we'll just have Bo Burnham come on and sing it.
Oh, my gosh.
Dude, think about what you just said about the John Mayer thing, though. Like, the No Room for Squares. And he's talking about not like this reality's fake.
Yeah.
You remember what we just talked about? Sacred geometry and how square and like containing consciousness.
The square was a container.
Yes,
Yeah.
Dude, he's dropping some occult stuff on you guys.
He really is. I mean, if you listen to that, it's an iconic. Everybody knows that album. It's iconic. But I mean, there's some really eye-opening stuff on that album, and it's awesome because it's packaged in such like a receivable, digestible way. It's just like these fun, cute little amazing songs. But
can we just like really literally crash into left field and then get out of the driver's seat and passenger seat and just keep running way past left field?
Okay, yeah.
Just go really far in the left field.
Sure, Ryan, we can do that. Is this your car or mine? Because
I don't want to crash my car.
I have one car.
Dude, we're going to crash an orb.
Okay, we'll crash an orb.
If people are still listening to this podcast,
which they are.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
But if they are, that's pretty impressive, dude.
Of course. Yeah,
that's impressive.
It's amazing. Yeah, we talked.
No, but not like impressive because of us. Impressive that they have the patience
to deal with two 27-year-old ADHD, like completely distracted dorks. Like,
yeah, dude. Isn't that just
Yeah.
like a really interesting perspective though? Like, if they're still listening to us, oh my God,
we appreciate you very much for putting up with our ADHD timeline, our streams of consciousness.
Now, can I really go farther than left field?
Okay. You're going so far left that you're going right now.
In the baseball field.
Okay. Why
isn't that where that comes from?
Why is your car on a baseball field?
Because isn't baseball like some Masonic symbolism, dude? That's a really symbolism.
All right,
baseball is a
Ryan.
Masonic sport.
What?
You didn't know that?
You can't just say stuff like that. Baseball's Masonic. Okay, Jeremy. That was the most Jeremy delivery you've ever done in your entire life. Baseball's a Masonic sport.
I truly think that if my father's contact story, or I guess I should say mine at this point, like it's ours, it's the Bledsoe family. Mm-hmm. I truly believe if this story went viral, it would change the collective consciousness.
It would.
And what they understand about UFOs, paranormal phenomenon, and why do you think the mainstream, like, how can I say this flippantly? The cabal, this group, this group of people who like don't want humanity to like learn the truth and stuff. Why do you think they won't cover us? And when they did cover us, it was that Discovery Channel documentary, and they made it as low budget looking as possible and tried to destroy us.
Because if they did it the right way, there'd be an awakening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really believe that. And that's like the truth. Like I'm speaking that out. What is this? 3 strikes, 3 outs, 9 fielding positions, 9 innings, 27 outs per game.
That is very Masonic.
81 games on the. I don't know what 81 is in terms of masonry, but I know 3 and 9 are
3, 9, 27.
27. You know, I heard actually Nick Hinton told me this.
Hey, we're 27.
Yeah, and hey, this is gonna blow your mind. You ready?
Yeah.
27 is a Saturn return.
Okay, explain.
It's this concept. Can you look that up, Alex? Can you look up 27 years Saturn return? I really want to like make sure this is correct before I move on that one. This is some cool stuff. There's like the 27 Club, like a lot of rappers. Oh, okay, we ain't gonna die. But a lot of rappers supposedly like die at 27, and that's when they hit like the peak of their fame. Nick Hinton was telling me all about this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, with the whole white lighter thing.
I don't know. I just know the 27 Club.
Jimi Hendrix, Kurt Cobain.
Yeah, they died at 27.
27. I know.
And we started our podcast.
And they had white lighters on them.
Hold on. Saturn return. Does it say 27? I don't have my glass on. Can you tell me? 27 years. Yeah. Good enough. I'll take it. He said 27 and 29, but I'll take that 27. We're going to round down.
Yeah.
We are rounding down.
Yeah, we're rounded down. 8 plus 1 is 9.
Oh, that's
81.
Pythagorean math, dude. 2 plus 7 is 9. 8 plus 1 is 9.
Whoa.
That's actually Pythagorean numerology.
It is.
Pythagoras was the dude who had the Greek, mystery school and all that. A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
Yeah, we talked about
right
a good bit in the last episode.
Yeah, in episode 1, I think. But anyway, that's Pythagorean numerology, where you take all the digits and you add them up and reduce it to a single digit. And like in sacred numerology and geometry and stuff, sacred numbers add up to like 3, 6, and 9.
9, yeah.
And Nikola Tesla was all like 3, 6, 9, frequency, energy, vibration. That's the secrets of the universe. I mean, we're literally we are literally frequencies of energy bumbling through a material matrix in like noodly meat sacks. Dude, that's what we are. Bro, come on. You know that's what we are.
We have to have a sticker of a noodly meat sack.
Noodly meat sack. I mean, my fingers are like noodles, dude. Look, does that all look like noodles to you? Look, think about it.
Yeah.
It does not look like noodles.
Yeah.
It's noodles.
Dude,
my fingers, I'm waving them like noodles.
Phalanges. If we could disconnect our perception of like our normalcy of what like a human body looks like and detach that and then look at a human body, it's so weird. Oh, there's so many weird moving parts and it's just like creepy.
And dude,
and hair.
I was about to say that. There's hair.
Fungus. It's fungus. It's like hair is fungus.
Do you know what would be funny?
What?
If just for the joke, we jumped in a big vat of Nair. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, dude.
You want to make us look as weird as possible?
Yeah.
Let's jump in a vat of Nair. Where do we get a vat of Nair, Ryan?
You buy a lot of bottles of Nair and you fill it up. I've definitely pigeonholed myself to have to like die on this hill.
Yeah, you're dying on that hill.
Oh, Danny DeVito, he put Alex.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah,
it's
Danny
always
DeVito
sunny whenever he's like
couch.
rubbing himself with hand sanitizer and he's hairless.
And he's coming out of the couch.
Yeah.
Too, remember? He's like at a party or something and he's hiding the couch.
It's Orpheus coming out of the underworld.
Dude, that's great.
Yeah. Pythagorean math. Baseball is a Masonic sport.
Yeah, supposedly. Supposedly golf is. I mean, okay. This is weird. This is one of those like word magic moments.
Ooh.
Oh, we didn't even discuss word magic, dude. That was supposed to be in the last episode, but we were vibing too hard. And we started talking about other stuff. But dude, you get into like word magic and just go watch a video of Jordan Maxwell. He's this really like prolific researcher and he talks about it's crazy how he breaks down language. I can't off the cuff go into as deep into it as he can, but it's deep. And then you get into like Babylonian word magic. Like here's one for example. There's you laughed at me when I told you this.
Okay.
Before, but it's so funny.
What?
Your aura, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is your aura?
Like your energy.
Yeah. But what are the atomic element? Gold is AU.
I laughed at that.
Yeah, but Ra, or like a ray of light.
Ra, and also Ra, like
golden
the Egyptian
light,
sun god.
Aura. It's like some ancient, like symbolic programming behind the construction of some of these words. And I told you aura. Remember on that Martin Cabello video?
Yeah. Okay, see, that's why I laughed.
But I did it in a way that you would think it was dumb.
He's funny.
Oh, dude, he's funny as heck.
He's really
But
funny.
like I told you like aura, it's your golden light, like as a joke. But like seriously.
Yeah, I mean,
like think about this. The ancient Sumerian tablets, they talk about these entities that See, here's the thing. You know about, like, remember Zechariah Sitchin and how that was like this big craze with like the Anunnaki? People don't even get that. It's not about these physical entities that come down and like enslave us just to mine gold. It says to mine gold. The whole thing behind the Anunnaki making us was to mine, to make us mine gold for them, right?
Yeah.
But then how can I say this? This is some like word magic stuff. You're mining or your mind, those words don't sound that different. No, I'm serious. You're laughing, but I'm serious. This is some like PhDs talking about this kind of stuff. It's called word magic. I'm just not intelligent enough to explain it.
I'm not laughing at I'm not laughing at the concept. I'm laughing at you.
Trying to explain it. But
love you. You're my best friend, but like that was funny.
The gold, it's a metaphor. It's not about these physical entities. Like Ancient Aliens on the History Channel wants you to think it's all these scary
little green guys
physical or like Anunnakis, the ancient aliens.
Wasn't there something about that Anunnaki, like underground weird, like, weren't they like underground giants or something like that?
Yes, but listen, I really want to try to articulate this. I'm gonna do my best here. Right. The metaphor, it's not that we're like mining gold for them, but it's your mind. The gold is your soul. It's your aura. AU, the atomic element for gold. Ra, that radiant light.
So
it's a metaphor. Your spirit is being harvested by a negative egregore. By an entity. That's like the secret. That's what's going on. Like if we live in fear, our energy is being harvested.
It's being consumed by thinking about the thing that we're afraid of.
Yeah, you're feeding the egregore. That's what the lady told my dad. Like if you live in fear, you vibrate at a level lower than not vibrating in fear, for lack of better words. Right. And you're like, you're
feeding the egregore.
Yes, parts of your soul are just like, it's being harvested.
Wow.
And it's like, these are things that I haven't put into context out loud in a conversation with somebody. So I'm like saying them for the first time.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, when you explain it that way, it sounds really weird. But that's like what the lady told my dad, like basically there's love and there's fear. And right now, because of this dark group at the top of humanity, and it's like, bro, just Google who's the top 1%. Yeah. It's the Bilderbergers. Like, it's obvious. It's obvious. Like, we know who they are. It's the Richies, dude. It's Richie Rich.
Richie Rich.
It's Richie Rich. That was filmed at the Biltmore.
Yes,
which is one of those families.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. But anyway, it's these people. They're tricking us to vibrate in a negative state, and they're mining. They're using us to mine gold, but the gold is our mind. Your mind is the mine. Like that's the word magic. Like we don't understand. Like who even invented language? We don't know. No, seriously, we don't know.
That's a huge question.
It could have been always there. And dude, how long have you been alive? 27 years. Yep. What's the oldest person alive right now?
Like 113 or
113.
Something?
Yeah, right. Just like hypothetically, the oldest person's even 150.
Yeah.
What happened 200 years ago?
Right.
We really don't know.
Yeah, we have what
we really don't know.
Yeah, we have what we're being told.
And if you say you know, you don't.
Yeah.
Like everybody on the internet is like, well, the Bledsoes don't really know what the phenomenon is. Yes, they do, because they told us.
They've also touched you.
Yes. People don't get that in their minds.
Right.
But like, you weren't there 200 years ago. I wasn't there. All we know is what that Rockefeller school system taught us. Mm-hmm. So where I'm going with this is language. Dude, who even? Oh yeah, maybe it was made so many thousands of years ago. According to the mainstream education system, society is only like 12,000 years old.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's what we're taught.
It's way older than that, dude. Like
it
Atlantis.
Has to be. Because so for instance, how old is Zoroastrianism thought to be?
3,000 years old.
Oh, only 3,000?
Only? That's a long time, dude. 3,000?
Yeah,
Hinduism's only 5,000 years old, supposedly.
What?
Yeah.
I would have thought it was so much older.
5,000 years old.
These are the major religions these are the big players in the world.
5,000. Yep. That's all we know of recorded religion. It's like 5,000 years.
Wow.
It's up in the air about Egypt. Like they think society is only about 12,000 years. I don't know who made language. I know, like, for example, I know, like, Walt Disney made Disney World, right?
Yeah.
We keep talking about Walt Disney. I just love Disney.
This is like 3 episodes in a row now.
He's a visionary, dude. He changed the world.
I mean, he really is.
He changed the world.
Yeah.
But we know he made Disney. We know, like, Elon Musk made Tesla.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know who made language, right?
Yeah.
We don't know the intentions
of
behind the construction of language.
Ooh,
we don't know.
That's a good point.
Right. We don't know the technology and the knowledge of the multiverse present at the construction and orchestration of language. What we do know is the oldest languages were symbolic. It was cuneiform. It was hieroglyph.
Yeah.
They were pictures. They were images. But over time, language got dumber and dumber and dumber, and it became complex series of geometric symbols, which that's what letters are. They're just geometric symbols, dude. And they have frequencies that resonate in your mind. And when you see an E, you know it makes this sound out of your mouth and your tongue smacking together and going, E. That's a freaking picture, dude. Seriously. Think about, dude, like we're having deep, this is high level stuff. People are probably laughing right now, but this is some high level stuff.
I mean, it's true. Yeah.
Yeah. And you're looking at geometric symbols. Now the mind is so compartmentalized. You had to memorize 52 geometric shapes because there's 26 lower, 26 upper, right? That's right,
yeah,
right?
Sure.
Yeah, 26 lowercase, 26 uppercase. You're memorizing shapes, and your mind is so advanced. At 5 years old, you memorize all these shapes.
And you know what they sound like.
And then
Yeah.
And then you take those sounds and you put them together in these complex pictures, which might, like the word F-R-E-E. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 symbols put together to spell. It's a spell. I wanted to really program people with that one.
We're going into word magic.
Spell a word. And you know what? That's magic. That's magic because you're using, listen to this. This is you're using your human body. You're using your mouth, the oxygen coming into your lungs to inhale and then exhale carbon dioxide to rearrange sound molecules directed by the powers of your consciousness to change the physical reality outside. Because when I just said the word free, our thousands of listeners, they understood an image in their mind of being let out of jail or chains being broken off their legs and their hands. And that's word magic.
Or an eagle.
I just made a what?
I said, or an eagle.
So what I just did is I just walked the audience through geometric shapes, and you take them together and you put them and form a little picture. And in your mind, it has all these images and associations, and we don't even pay attention to that.
Well, we take it for granted. Everybody listening to this, for the most part, we communicate every day. We talk every day. We talk all the time. But when you do what you just did and break it down to its most rudimentary functions, step by step, each thing that we're doing, and look at me right now, I'm doing it instantaneously. We're not thinking about it. It's unconscious.
Yeah.
It's unconscious. Where it really is casting spells.
It is. They're spells.
Dude, I'm just moving my mouth right now, and you know everything that I'm trying to get you to understand.
You're just making sounds out into the physical space. But my consciousness, my intellect, remembered those pictures.
Yeah.
And associate them with those sounds. And we're having high-level conversations based on pictures that were drawn and pictures that we've seen.
Yeah.
Now, when you take those pictures and you make them less complex strings of then we write papers and paragraphs and we have 1,000-page books. But the Egyptians were so smart. Their language was images.
Actual pictures.
It was images.
Yeah.
Yeah. And remember what we said, an image contains 1,000 words. But our language is so dumb now compared to what it was. Because what you speak with your voice is sacred. I just explained the secret, the secret of language and word magic. The power of your consciousness or your intellect is in harmony with your physical body. You're summoning air, You're moving your mouth in a controlled manner to take a concept in your mind and speak it out into the physical world based on images you've seen on paper.
It's a spell.
That's a spell.
It is literally a spell.
But you're actually changing the physical world around you because you're dude, what is sound?
Waves.
Yes, you're rearranging sound waves with your voice.
Yeah.
That's magic. That's why in ancient Egypt, their magical system or whatever was Heka. It was word magic. They knew that language was so sacred. Their actual like written language was images. It was hieroglyphs. And then they basically like used neurolinguistic programming type techniques to alter their consciousness with words so that they would believe things a certain way and manifest. Like that's what magic is. It's basically neurolinguistic programming. That's affirmations. Like I'm tricking my own unconscious mind to believe that I'm happy. Well, remember, the unconscious mind controls 95% of my decisions and behaviors I make. It's going to manifest what it believes.
Right.
It's going. That's it.
Yep.
That's the power of language, magic, the unconscious mind. Like you're basically neurolinguistically programming. But when you watch TV and you're a good little consumer and you just like eat up what they're putting on your dinner plate, you know, just like the slop that you're seeing on commercials, just like buy. Well, you're being programmed to just like believe what they want you to believe because you don't understand the sacred meaning behind language.
Yeah.
We're in a linguistic matrix. Did I text you that? You're like, what the hell are you talking about? That's what I'm talking about, bro. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We're in a linguistic matrix. This whole reality that we perceive is words we hear on a screen, dude.
Mm-hmm. And that's
it.
Our primary form of communication.
Yeah, and then you walk outside and people really ain't that bad. Like they're pretty nice. They're really nice. Most people. Yeah, I really think most people are nice.
I agree.
Yeah.
Most people are good.
Or good. They have goodness in them. Mm-hmm. But like then you experience the phenomenon. You know how many people have come to my apartment and my dad's house and have been literally healed of diseases?
Oh yeah, I've heard the stories.
Yeah.
I mean, it's remarkable.
But the narrative, that word magic, they're programming people. They understand the sacred meaning behind language and how powerful it is on the unconscious mind. It's literally symbols. It's symbols. When I speak, there's a symbol behind every word, and it's making an energetic frequency occur in your unconscious mind. That's why it's like good thoughts, good words, good deeds.
That's the Zoroastrian thing, right?
Good thoughts, good words, good deeds. Now, if we really roll it back to Ariana Grande, just like magic, dude, that's literally the manual for manifestation. Good karma, that's good deeds. Mm-hmm. Love letters to heaven, that's good words. Good thoughts, just like meditating, that one's pretty obvious.
Yeah,
just good thoughts. You change your thoughts, you change your language, you change your, like your behavior, your deeds, you're going to manifest a really happy life. And what you have to let go of what you think happy is, because that's the thing. Slim ego for a thick wallet, like what Ariana Grande said in the song. Because most people think happiness is like.
Alex is shaking his head so hard right now.
Ariana. And listen, Ariana's gonna listen to this.
Yeah, yes, she will.
I'm winking because it's like we're manifesting that.
Yeah,
and I do have to let her know. I'm taken.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the important thing that we need her to know.
I'm taken.
That you're taken. Ariana, look, you're cool. But unfortunately, our boy here is spoken for.
I'm taken. I'm getting married in dude, I'm getting married in 3 months.
Yeah.
Dang.
October.
You know what? I was going to say something about Ariana Grande that I thought was funny, but I can't remember, dude.
Well, can I use some word magic on you?
Please.
I got to pee.
Oh, okay.
Really bad.
Yeah, we can take a break. And we're back.
We're back from that pee break that was sponsored by... The Phenomenon.
The Phenomenon. Sponsored by the Beings of Light, the Light Bringers. Dude, isn't this awesome? Look, we got all three of our ladies sitting right here.
Yeah, this is the best.
It's like a little family.
Mm-hmm. This is
we got
awesome.
Alex's lady, my lady, Nick's lady.
I have an empty bladder. This is great.
We're all just like bundled up in a little room. Anyway, I know where I was going to go with that. This is some interesting stuff. Everyone's like, why is he so fascinated by Ariana Grande? Dude, the more we talk about it, the more I remember. Hold on. You're laughing, but I'm about to laugh at you, Alex. I'm about to laugh at you.
Yo, I'm not yucking your yum, by the way. I'm not. Like, good for you, dude. Seriously.
Listen.
Like what you like and stand by.
I'm about to mic drop, but I'm not dropping this mic.
It's expensive.
But I'm about to mic drop.
Okay.
She's openly stated in interviews that she's a practitioner of the occult.
No way.
Yes, dude. That's why I'm...
No. For real?
Google it. Ariana Grande, Kabbalah.
Are you serious?
Why would I lie about that? Why would I lie, dude? That's why I know what she's saying.
Okay, but no,
seriously.
To be honest, it's one thing to think like, wow, these lyrics are very possibly inspired.
She's telling you.
Wow.
She's a practitioner of Kabbalah and the occult. That's the fascinating thing. That's why I look.
Okay, that's
what does that say, Alex? My glasses are off. Ariana Grande joined Kabbalah. It's not a religion. You don't just join. That's a stupid headline.
Listen, that's kind of incredible. That's really cool.
Yeah, dude.
That she just comes straight out and says like, yeah, I'm into this stuff.
She practices.
Cool. That's so
Ariana
cool.
Grande talks Kabbalah. Dude, this is I'm not like knocking because that, I'm not knocking.
Yeah.
But, she's part of the elite.
That's amazing.
She's teaching us how to manifest.
But she's one of the good ones.
I mean, I wish.
Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully, we don't know. We could never know. But I'm just saying.
Well, she's giving us the key in that song. She's giving her
teaching
listeners
you how to manifest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. That seems like a good deed to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Maybe. Who knows, dude? But the whole point is the audience is probably like, why is he going on about Ariana Grande? There's a reason. I just had to remember. It's down in the vault of my mind somewhere. It's because she's like an actual open, professed practitioner of the occult. Look, Kabbalah, ancient Jewish mysticism that Madonna popularized. And there's a lot of celebrities into this, dude. This is not like, dude, only like the normies don't know this. This is common in like this.
You always hear rumors floating around like this celebrity, that celebrity are into the occult. And also, before you know the stuff that we're talking about, like you hear the word occult and you're like, ooh,
Satanism. Yeah, it's not. Dude, the phenomenon's occult.
I mean,
the phenomenon is occult. Occult just means hidden. It's like secret knowledge. It's not evil.
Yeah.
What does that even mean, Alex? Are you memeing me? What is that image on the screen?
What is it?
What does that mean, dude? You're like outplaying me right now.
What is it?
I don't know. I guess it's a normie? I've never seen that meme.
Oh, yeah, it's the normie meme.
Alex is
it's
the
like
meme
the little
lord.
normie meme.
Alex is the meme lord.
People know the normie meme.
Yeah, I didn't know the normie meme because I'm not a normie.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm not a normie.
You're also not a meme lord, I guess. A meme lormie is what I almost said.
Dude,
that's a word I never thought.
My gears are turning. My gears are really turning right now.
Let's go. Let's
how did I not know that meme?
Yeah.
I know that one. I don't. Now we're getting into hieroglyphs. Now we're really touching the alchemical gold as to why memes are so powerful. It's meme magic. It's hieroglyphs.
Meme magic.
Yes.
That sounds like another sticker. Let's get that going. Yeah.
Dude, just think about it. Memes have the ability to change culture.
Yeah, I mean, memes like our culture right now.
You do realize what we're doing right now with this podcast, right? Dude, we're memeing reality itself. You think I'm playing with you?
We're memeing reality.
Yes, because nobody expected I would do this.
Yeah.
Nobody expected. Everyone expected that we would just sell out to Hollywood. That we get accused of that all the time. Dude, we've been waiting 9 years for Hollywood to just like swoop in and tell our story. And you know what I said? I'm about to flex on all of them, dude. I'm going to do it myself.
I mean, and like your dad did the same. Like anytime he's gotten, we talked about this. He's gotten offers, and if he's not, if it's not telling the genuine story, he's like, no, I'm not doing that,
dude. We're flexing on the New World Order, dude.
Yeah.
They want everybody to believe in their like mumbo jumbo version of aliens. I don't care about that crowd.
Yeah.
I don't care, dude. My dad and I have never like cared to fit in with that. And my dad was blackballed many years. Dude, he's literally like the biggest experiencer. What is that one? Yes. What? A producer, the initial host of the previous episode.
Oh my gosh.
Right? Was that the previous episode? I can't even remember. We're literally recording them all back to back. Even though you guys are here and it's like weeks apart. He's memeing me live right now as we record this, and you hear it weeks after it's recorded. See, the more you interact with me,
there's so many layers to this.
I'm just going to keep pulling that thread until eventually when you leave this podcast after we release the final episode, you're going to be like, what the hell did I just pay attention to for all these years? And you're going to realize like there's, a vision behind this. This is a documentary.
We're doing something here. We may not be always quite sure what we're doing in
we're just doing it.
We're doing something.
Yeah.
We're definitely doing something.
We're just doing it for the meme, man.
For the meme magic.
All right, where should we go next?
You tell me, baby.
Let's talk about reincarnation.
So this is a topic that we are planning on doing an episode on. Like we're
doing it right now.
Okay, dude. Hit me with it.
That's the beauty of this.
Hit me with it,
dude. Reincarnation. I think reincarnation is the most probably, like, if I had a top 5, like, if someone had a knife to my throat, and even though, like, I learned kung fu, and if I was
oh my god,
I did. I practiced kung fu for 4 years.
Wing Chun.
Yeah, and I was literally, this is a cool fact, I was literally taught by the teacher who was the private student of Yip Man.
Yeah, that's...
Well, my teacher's teacher. Anyway, that's just a fun fact.
That's just a couple degrees away.
I was 2 degrees away from Yip Man. 3.
That's
anyway,
wild.
If I was desperate enough, I could probably get out of that.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't want to risk that.
Right.
So if I had a knife to my throat, I would give in to the demands.
Okay.
So if someone had a knife to my throat and they're like, what's the top 5 most profound, like, hidden secrets of all time?
That's usually what people ask when they put a knife to your throat.
In my imagination.
Yeah.
But you know why, though, right?
Why?
Because I grew up with a famous father and everyone wants to know, like, his secrets.
Yeah.
So in my imagination, it's like, how do I convey these secrets that my father wasn't ready to tell?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I'm assuming the answer was reincarnation.
That's one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think top 5, reincarnation is one of the most profound secrets that this greedy, dirty, oily corporate group of individuals, who are really not that many in number, I think that's one of the profound wisdoms that has been intentionally, like, blackballed from Western society.
Why do you think that is? If it was intentional, why do you think they
because
would intentionally design that?
Because we would all know that we're eternal and we wouldn't put up with the crap that goes on in this small little life we live.
Oh my gosh. And you know what else? The entire concept of death being the end, what does that put in us? Fear. Fear is the opposite of love. We talked about that. Fear. So if the design is to keep us in fear so that we're vibrating at those lower frequencies, then
you ain't gonna find the truth if you vibrate in fear.
Yeah,
you're not even gonna be psychic if you're vibrating in fear.
Okay,
because that's the ultimate part of the next, like,
the next step.
The next step in our evolution.
Mm-hmm.
I freaking hate that word ascension because it's so like, bro, I'm gonna ascend and I'm gonna.
It sounds a little pretentious.
It sounds like stigmatized to me.
Yeah.
Like, ugh, I don't like that word.
It's kind
but
of
like, dude, we're evolving. Like, our consciousness is expanding on a collective level.
Mm-hmm.
The next level in our evolution is psychic. It's not physical. It's psychic.
Yeah.
You cannot. You can't come to these profound revelations unless you're experiencing psychic phenomenon. That doesn't mean Hollywood really wants to trick us all. Like, what's, one of the most popular representations of psychic? It's Xavier, which I love X-Men.
Charles
Xavier, or like 11 lately from Stranger Things.
Right.
That's huge.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a household icon right now.
And what do both of those characters do? They manipulate physical things with their psychic abilities.
Yes, exactly.
And they have some mental. Of course, Charles Xavier has mental abilities and stuff. But
well, yeah, but what I'm getting at is Hollywood's gonna trick you. They're always gonna take something profound and they're just gonna, like, literally just, like, mess it up intentionally.
Well, also, if the design has always been to suppress reincarnation or just suppress psychic, abilities, suppress this stuff in general, Hollywood is just the newest way to do that. It's been happening for
now.
For a
again,
really long
people
time.
are going to say, "Well, what about the Star Wars and the Matrix episode?" I think there are outliers. I think there are rules to the exception to the rule. However the phrase goes, they know what I mean. Where there are some films that are like, they're really telling you some real stuff.
Why do you think they have to make it so esoteric? Like, none of the movie. I was thinking about this in the last episode when we were talking about Harry Potter. You were talking about the checks and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Well, dude, in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, they get to the Philosopher's Stone at the end by going over a checker. They were literally playing chess on a giant checkerboard. Like you know what I mean? They have to hide it.
Yeah, and that's a Templar concept.
That's what I'm
checkerboard pattern.
This is kind of what I mean is that, like, the people who do show this stuff in Hollywood, it's not blatant. It's not.
It's very esoteric.
It's esoteric. They hide it. It's hidden. Like Star Wars. Dude, it's
like, bro, you're more into pop than me,
right?
And, like, you didn't know Ariana Grande was a practitioner of the occult.
No.
I know this because I look for this stuff.
Yeah.
Because I've experienced literal beings of light.
So yeah,
most people don't look for this stuff.
Right. My point is that like they've always been trying to hide it. They've always been. In the other episode, we were talking about the scrolls. Was it Nag Hammadi?
Yeah, that was episode 1. The Nag Hammadi scrolls, the Gnostic scrolls.
Jesus was teaching resurrection and
reincarnation.
Sorry,
yeah, I
meant reincarnation.
I know what you meant.
And they suppressed that, and they changed that. So yeah, I think that
Zoroaster talked about reincarnation.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the Gathas, which were the ancient hymns.
So I think it seems pretty obvious that they've been suppressing it for a long time, and the Hollywood elite, the 1%, the ones that are the majority,
I have to
just
step in
that.
here because this is gonna blow your mind.
Please.
Harry Potter's wand. Do you know what wood? What? What are you laughing at me for?
It's made of Hollywood.
It's made of Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you were the one who told me that that's based off of like
Druids.
Druids.
Yep.
Yes.
In the ancient Druidic cultures, it's believed. We can't prove it. I believe it. Just look it up. Just look it up. Seriously. Don't be lazy. And look, I'm not saying that to our listener. I love the listener.
Right.
I got to backstep here.
The doubter.
I'm saying it to the idiots who just are
the hater, the
right
doubter,
off the cuff. They want to say you're wrong and they don't even. They're so low effort. They won't even just Google it.
Exactly.
Our listeners not like that.
Yeah.
They're sick. Yeah. They're smart. They're cool.
Exactly.
And for the older listener, sick is actually a 90s term, which means really cool.
You did not.
This is for everybody.
Did you just boomer-splain everybody?
You have to. You have to. Dude, this is for everybody, man.
Yes, it is. It is. You know what? If you're a boomer, I love you.
I love you. My dad and mom are boomers.
Yeah, my dad. Everyone in this room's parents are boomers.
Dude, where the heck were we going? Oh, in ancient
Hollywood.
Oh, yeah, but in ancient Druid cultures,
Mm-hmm.
just look it up. Our amazing listener.
You're getting so aggressive.
Aggressively loving.
Yeah.
All the hate.
Freaking love you,
dude. All the freaking hate in the world that I've received by these Pentagon programs who are like literally employed to like harass me and my dad. Mm-hmm. I'm like refracting that into love for the people who are just willing to listen.
That's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing, and that is the philosopher's stone. Reality can be whatever you make it. I could like hate everybody and like not want to
be a nihilist and be
and like everyone's terrible, or I could say, you know what, bad stuff has really, really happened to me. I feel in my conscience that I have to tell the people that are willing to listen. I have to tell them what happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
I have to. Anyway, that's another topic. In ancient Druid cultures, they would take the wood of a holly tree and they would make wands out of that. And they were like dude, watch The Wicker Man with Christopher Lee. That's Druids.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The Wicker Man. And the symbol's a 6-pointed star in the movie, dude.
When you said Wicker Man, the first thing I thought about was the Nick Cage one. Isn't there?
No, that's a remake, dude. You know what?
I haven't seen either of them.
You know what I think, bro? I think when they remake a lot of these like really good classic films,
mm-hmm.
I think that they're trying to like embed that idea into the collective consciousness. Because even films, I think what we're doing with our podcast right now, we're just like memeing reality where I'm just like literally shooting my stuff out there into the collective consciousness and in some way changing it.
Yeah.
Hollywood's doing that on a big scale.
On the biggest
scale.
Worldwide, literally.
And anyway, so I think when they do a lot of crappy remakes of like cult classics like that, they're just embedding that subconscious programming into the collective unconscious. And that's why there's an amazing, dude, The Wicker Man, the original 1970s Wicker Man. I'm a horror fanatic. Me and my fiance.
Did you say Christopher Lee is in it?
Yes.
Okay.
Dude, it's a 70s movie. It's amazing.
I'll have to check
it out. It is literally rated.
Definitely have to
Listen
check
to this,
out.
bro. Listen, I know you're not like avid into horror. That's a recent thing.
Well, yeah, I am recently.
Recently you are.
Yeah.
But that's why I don't expect you to know this. But, Jenny and I have watched almost every like mainstream popular. We love horror films. We want to watch all the good ones. And I look at lists like what are the top horror films of all time? I always want to watch those. The Wicker Man's one of the top of all time.
Is it really?
Yes.
I really.
They made like one of the worst
remakes
of all time.
We should watch it together. I'm down.
Let's do it, dude. Watch The Wicker Man. We'll watch it.
Let's do it.
It's gonna blow your mind how like deeply occult it is. It's about druids, and how they would like make human effigies of people, and how they, the way that they worshipped nature. It's some really weird. Like you just gotta watch the movie. But that's what I was getting at with the Harry Potter thing, dude. It's so deeply occult. And they're just like, what's wrong, dude?
Okay.
Oops. Anyway, Harry Potter is so deeply occult, like true our reality esoteric concepts, but they're literally just like smearing it in your face, like like a dog getting its nose rubbed in its own pee.
Yeah.
Like the humiliation, like they're just showing us how dumb we are because they're like, it's magic, it's fireballs, it's witchcraft, but they're hiding like real ancient witchcraft principles in it, and it's going right over our heads. And the ironic thing is, all the like boomer Christians were right about how it's witchcraft.
It's evil witchcraft.
I don't care. Like, my aunt was like sneaking me the Harry Potter books on the side because my grandma didn't want me reading it and stuff.
I just read them all. They're amazing.
Dude, I read it through 3 times.
Yeah, they're amazing.
That's pretty bad, man.
What?
3 times?
That's incredible. I've read the Lord of the Rings books at least 3 times. I love those.
Oh, dude, you got to hear this right now.
Yeah. Oh, it's raining.
Sirius Black.
Uh-huh. Oh, Sirius, the star Sirius?
The star, the dog star. What did we just talk about in the last episode? Wishing upon the star Sirius? That's a Masonic concept.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, Harry Potter is very occult. Like real.
So here's what I want to know.
Weirder and weirder.
What I want to know with the Hollywood thing and the wand and all that stuff. So in these like these Druidic cultures, what was the point of the wand?
What I have read, and I really need to brush up on this, but what I have read was they used that in they would have these ceremonies, and yes, in ancient Druid cultures, there was human sacrifice.
Ooh,
yikes. Dark stuff. It's really, I'm not in, dude, that's weird stuff.
Yikes.
They would try to like change the collective consciousness. They would like do these spells to try to like, dude, you just got to look into it, man. Audience, look into it. What was Druidic magic? And they would try to like put spells over the population.
Jeez.
Like Hollywood does.
Oh, wow.
That's what they're doing.
That's exactly
they're
what they're doing.
Putting spells over the population.
Whoa.
They're putting us in this...
A trance. Yeah. I mean, they're influencing us by putting us into a trance with their Hollywood wands.
Yeah. But then the skeptic would say, oh, but there's like a bunch of holly trees out there. Shut up. I just told you Ariana Grande admitted to doing Kabbalah, dude. She admitted, like,
yeah,
I'm being facetious here, but like, it's so in your face.
Mm-hmm.
It's so in your face, dude. You know what's funny? You know what just blew my mind?
What?
Days ago.
What just blew your mind days ago?
Days ago.
Okay.
So I thought, dude, this is going to be really like meta.
Yeah.
You know, most people out there know this is not a secret that the twin brothers who wrote the Conjuring film.
Yeah.
They created it. Dude, that's like top 5 horror films of all time. Extremely successful. It's well over $1 billion franchise as far as horror films go.
Yeah.
They wrote these movies and they approached my father, and for 9 years they have like convinced us they were going to make like a extremely breakout successful series about us. And you know what I realized that really made me just question everything I know?
What?
Their other story is about like Satan, demonic possession, scary, negative, like whatever. And our story is not. And I don't know, man. I just had these weird thoughts. Like, if they made our story, it might have gone that way.
Yeah,
might have gone dark and negative and fearful. It's like
they're horror writers and directors.
Yeah.
So naturally, they most likely would have tried to turn the story into a horror story, which it is the opposite of.
Which Jordan Peele almost. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Most people don't realize that. You could look up image. There's somewhere online. Diana Pasulka was all like, Jordan Peele almost made a movie about my book. Well, that was about our family.
Yeah.
Like, that's just the craziest thing, bro.
And he's another like prolific horror director. So it's
that's why they got together. The writers of The Conjuring and Jordan Peele.
Yeah, it's like everybody who's trying to do the story is trying to spin it as horror. I
don't know. That's just my vibe, man. Like,
yeah, it seems like it.
That's my vibe. Like, what?
And this is not a horror story.
It's not.
It's not.
It's the opposite.
I mean, the listener, you've listened to the things that we've been talking about. This is not scary stuff that we're talking about. This is hopeful. This is
the phenomenon is very benevolent. The only it like terrified my brother, but I think that had to happen. Unfortunately, I know Chris Jr. is going to listen to this, but I think that had to happen because if it didn't, it wouldn't have awakened such latent abilities in him. Like, here's a weird thought. Like, this is what I think when I'm laying in bed, because the trauma that I had with this experience was so profound, and there's really not that many people on earth that has experienced it. I think these beings showed up. My dad was like 45 when this happened, right?
Right.
But I was 13. Emily was 10. Jeremy was 14. Christian was 17. Dude, these beings traumatized the crap out of us. And I think that it had to be that way so that we would grow up and go out and speak about it. Like, I think it was it was just orchestrated that way.
And you all independently discovered that it's not scary. It's not traumatic. It's not something to be afraid of. And so you can tell that by your own account now. You haven't been told, oh, it's not scary. You've experienced.
No, they told my dad, though.
No, right. But I'm saying you all individually, the kids and like your mom and the people who were at first afraid of that. I mean, listen, man, I think any kid who experiences something like that is going to be terrified, because why? That's what Hollywood makes it.
Yes. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I think it had to be this way. Like, in a way, my life was a movie. Like, it is a movie, kind of. I mean,
ongoing.
It's an ongoing movie. And it's like, it had to be that way so that I could tell people, like, you're being lied to.
Yeah.
I really live this crap. It ain't what you're watching on these movies where you're paying a lot of money to go see them, too. You're literally paying them to lie to you. These Hollywood films. Think about it.
When you spin it like that, I mean, that's wild.
We're just paying them to lie to us and just keep it going. Bye.
Yeah.
How much longer we got? Whatever. Okay, cool. But that's the thing, dude. And in some weird way, think about this, dude. Think about this. You ever watch a TED Talk and it's like, I have multiple sclerosis, and I'm not trying to mock people with MS, but I just
that was the most random. You pulled that out of a hat. Yes, I know what you mean.
Because I'm a magician.
Yes.
I just pull stuff out of a hat. But like, I have multiple sclerosis, and instead of like this or that or the other, I like learned to overcome it. And then they have this like bad to the bone skill they learned, and they like conquered MS, and they're just like super inspiring. This magnetic person, and people all over the world with MS are just. That in a way, that's like the phenomenon empowered us through the intense trauma that we experienced through this experience that we.
Yeah. All of those.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes. All of those super incredibly inspiring people on things like TED Talks or otherwise, they go through something extremely difficult and in a lot of cases traumatizing. Yeah. But not only do they overcome it with insight you would only have by overcoming it, and then they can share that so that not everybody has to go through that trauma.
Exactly. And that's where we get to the like going down the rabbit hole, and we should end there.
Bet.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Weird things happen in the backyard of the Bledsoe house. See it hovering, but it's descending. There we go.